Good afternoon. To speak in front of two of the biggest researchers in this country, it looks little, you feel smaller than, because they are really in it and they really put time and money in it. So subdermal suture was meant, there are conditions where you have nasolacrimal, but the duct is all right, you do syringing, it's a patent, and you still have a watering. So the epiphora, and that is commonly Centurion syndrome. Centurion syndrome, you must have seen, in children, that you have the canthus abnormality. And first time I tried for this Centurion syndrome, young boys, and succeeded. So then I started using it in old people also. Principle is that you expose the lateral canthal ligament, put a suture 50 proline here, the curved needle, then I put it in the surgical needle, and surgical needle pass from lateral to medial. Then I cut vertically on top of the medial palpebral ligament and suture this in a way that punctum is turned in and punctum dips. In the Centurion syndrome, punctum doesn't dip in the lacrimose lake and it doesn't take the water. So that is what the principle of this surgery is. So subdermal suture name was given when we first time did it in subdermal. So this is what it is. From lateral side, you put a surgical needle and it comes out medial side, and we cut on the medial palpebral ligament. The needle, the curved one, is put in the surgical needle's eye, and it comes with the suture, needle also comes out. And then you, same suture, you virtually have to tie same suture, again make a loop and tie it. And the tightening has to be done in such a way that the punctum turns in. And then I started using this suture for the elderly people who get lot of epiphora with the laxity of the lid. So then don't do the ectopion or pentagon surgery of that lid. Don't cut the lid hole. So this suture in many of them is successful, then it gives the cure of the epiphora. It is simply tightening, and then it tightens or makes the lacrimal pump also more functional, because orbicularis, once it becomes tightened, then it works more. And I have seen that if some granuloma came and the suture had to remove, once I remember, then even after suture removal, that whatever fibrosis has occurred there onto the muscle function has become strengthened or shortened or whatever you say, but it works still there. Mostly, if you cover it, because we put the sutures of skin over top of this, the proline suture, so generally this granuloma, it doesn't come out, mostly not, unless you have not really buried the knot right into the muscle where you are doing it, in the medial palpebral ligament. So these are just to run the cases. So no time wasting in them. It is done in a lot of these young patients, old patients with the lower lid is lax, and this surgery does it very well, and you get. Thank you very much.